fellow rebels, fellow Vanguardians. This is Rebel Rebellion back again, and this time I'm going to give you a deck profile on my new Deletors deck. It has been upgraded since set GBT03, and I thought I might share it with the rest of you guys, and I'd like to get some comments and feedback. Let's crack on to it. Obviously, we're going to be starting with Acquire Deletor Eagle, because once you get your opponent's Vanguard deleted, you can put it into the soul, and you can unflip damage and draw a card. And this is for free, no counterblast needed. So obviously, the best starter you can actually use for Deletors. Trigger lineup. Obviously, it's going to have to be 8 crits. 4 of the Override Deletor Olg. And 4 of the Marching Deletor Maze. I'd like to be a little bit more aggressive than I normally am with this deck. So, obviously, 8 crits is the way to go. Then we got 4 heals, staple obviously. And 4 draws, because obviously who doesn't like hand advantage when it comes to Link Joker. Grade 1s. Running 3 of the 10k attackers, which is the Breaking Deletor Deletors. Only for early game, just in case I go second. So I can actually make them lose cards early. Four of the Idolizing Deletor Grims. Obviously, when it boosts a card and your Vanguard and your opponent's Vanguard is deleted, gets a lot of cards in the front row, so I can actually cut off their attacks if I successfully hit the Vanguard. And obviously, when this boosts, no counterblast necessary. Now, obviously, this is a new card, the Deriding Deletor Aida. Obviously, on hit skill, when you attack your opponent's Vanguard, if it hits and their Vanguard is deleted, you get to Soul Blast to draw a card. And it's got 7k power, so I'm happy with that. I managed to get this off at some point during my matches, and it's actually left me with more hand advantage than I can count. Then obviously we're running like 4 perfect guards. Obviously when set 5 comes out, Deletors will get a new perfect guard that will re-delete your opponent's Vanguard. So that would be awesome to sub this out for. But for now, we're just going to be running the Refusing Deletor Evils, just for now. But don't worry, the deck will be updated as soon as set 5 comes our way. Grade 2s. Obviously 4 of the 12k swings, because obviously when we get our opponent's Vanguard deleted, that's when I'll start hitting heavy. So we're running 4 of the Pursuing Deletor Egots. The deck does run Legions. So this is the Legion Mate. Juxtapox Deletor Gale. And when your opponent's Vanguard is deleted and you place this on rearguard, lock someone in the front row. Like I said, when I play Link Jokers, I like to cut off the attacks and cut off the boosters. so they can't do anything to stop me otherwise. But if their Vanguard is deleted, I would have to force them to use more cards to guard. Then we're running 3 of the Greedy Deletor jails. Basically, this is the damage on flipper. Obviously, when it hits, I can choose something from my damage zone and flip it face up. Simple. Normally, people haven't let this thing hit. So, yeah. It's a bigger threat than anything else I've got. Then, we've got the Boss Legion. Jokes Deletor Zale. Obviously, Legions with Gale. And on Legion, you counterblast 2, you digicard, you delete your opponent's Vanguard. And when it attacks the Vanguard, it gains 2k. So when you Legion or when you attack separately, it's going to be hitting for 13. On Legion, it will attack for 22, which will mean more cards to guard or more perfect guards. So that's 4 of these. Now, this is the new card, Mixed Deletor Chaos, which makes it easier for deleters to stride, because when you ride it and it's on ride, you counterblast 2, you discard 2 cards to delete your opponent's Vanguard. And this is all on the ride phase, which makes it easier to stride during the stride phase. So you can easily get back some of that hand advantage. And when this attacks, it also gains 2k until the end of the battle. So, in other words, more cards to guard, or option B, you ride this, stride, and then just attack. The G units, 1 Atmos, because obviously if I've got 1 counterblast free, I'd rather just use it to gain an additional 10k, plus triple drive, more hand advantage. 2 Genesis Dragon Judgment Messiah. Obviously, if I lock something in the front row, I'm going to be locking something in the back row. That's just in case this hits. But still, it's useful to me just in case. 1 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah, just in case my opponent decides to use Link Joker against me, locks my entire field, like say Glendios for example, and then I just stride this bad boy and then attack with it, counterblast, unlock all 5 of my units, and then just swing with a lot with an extra critical on the side. So obviously I'm just going to be running this at 1. And then to finish it up, we've got 4 of the Nebula Dragon Big Crunch Dragons. Obviously the act is a 1-turn thing where you just counterblast 1, Persona, and then just Omega Lock one of your opponent's columns. That has actually helped me during some of my games where I can actually keep my opponent immobilized. And then I can actually deal with 2 attacks instead of 3. And this is my deleted deck, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. I am always looking at the comments, so if you've got any feedback for me to actually improve the deck, just let me know in the comments section, and we'll see how it goes from there, because this is another deck I would like to play at Nats, but it's between this deck and my Nova Grapplers. So I welcome any advice you guys can give me. So, yeah. This is Rebel Rebellion signing out. Peace out, dudes.